Thank you guys for tuning in to Spiritual Beauty Ministry. So the word that God has placed upon my spirit is He is interrupting your timeline. God is saying He is interrupting your timeline. Now, for some of you, this is going to be good news. And for some of you, this may be scary for you. God wants you to know that what you had in mind, He wants you to know that He's about to interrupt that timeline. What you had in mind, God is saying He wants you to know that He's about to interrupt that timeline. So you had a timeline, okay, well, I'm going to get married at this age. Then I'm going to have a baby when I finish this right here. When I'm going to go to school to get this right here. I'm going to move here, stay here for this amount of time. I'm going to do this, do that. So you got all these plans of what's supposed to happen. But God wants you to know that the unexpected is about to be delivered to you. And when it comes, you are not going to be expecting this thing to happen in the time frame that God brings it to you. It's going to be like, okay, God, I thought it was going to happen at this time because I had already planned it for this time. I said that when I get this job and I land and start making this much money, then I'll start to do that. Then God, I said that after, I said 2 years later that I would have another baby. God, I said that I was going to marry at this age. I said, God, I was going to marry this type of man. I said I was going to have this money. Then I was going to get the nonprofit going. God wants you to know that He's about to interrupt the timeline that you had in mind because it's time for you to move. Interrupt the timeline that you had in mind because God said it is time for you to move. God said He does not care what you see that's not ready in you. God is saying it is time for what He has for you to be released to you. And so God is about to begin to interrupt the timeline because it is time for you to arrive. It is time for you to arrive. God said it may not be ready and you may not see you ready in your eyes, but God said it's time. You may not see yourself being ready in your eyes, but God says it is time. And God knows that it is going to be scary because you had already put a timeline on it. And then all of a sudden God begins to open the door. He's like, God, but I'm not finished yet. I said, God, I'm not finished to, begin to walk into that room yet. Let me finish this first. And God is saying, no, I'm going to use you just as you are. I'm going to use just what you have to finish the task. Okay. And God is saying your time is now. Your time has started now. And so God's about to begin to move. Some of you about to move real fast. Okay. Things you about to move real quick. Marriages, babies, whatever. It's about to be. So God said this season about to begin to move quick for you because there is a timing for where He has called you to be placed in the room. Okay. And so, yes, you are going to be interrupted. And what you thought was going to be, you thought that I accepted that when I was going to do this right here, then I was going to have this complete. God knows that what's not complete. But God says, I am still calling you to the room. I am still giving you the blessing. I know what you see that's not complete, but I need you to get this thing done. So God's about to start taking things that you had put in order on how it was going to be. God's about to begin to interrupt that thing, and things are about to begin to come to you in an order and in a timing that you were not expecting for you. So it's going to be like, OMG, how am I supposed to, all of a sudden be doing this right here when I never completed this over here? Then God, for some of you, God's going to call you into a room with wealthy people of high caliber statuses, people of VIP statuses you about to get ready to go into rooms. And then you're going to be feeling like, okay, I'm not complete. I'm not finished. But God says that He has put His favor on you. And there are going to be people that God has also, for some of you, God's going to touch their hearts to bless you. Okay. They're going to bless you. And God said He's about to put new shoes on your feet because you're about to get ready to walk into a new season of release, okay? A new season of release and increase. God wants you to know that ready or not, it's your time. Ready or not, it's your time. God is saying that He's about to interrupt your timeline. He's about to get ready to interrupt your timeline to bring forth what needs to be. So some of you about to get married before you thought you was going to get married. Some of you about to get ready to have babies before you thought you were going to have babies. Some of you about to get ready to own the business before you thought it was going to come. Some of you about to get ready to enter into the room, the industry. You about to get ready to finish the book. You about to things that's about to get ready to take off in a timing that you did not expect it to be. It's about to get moving real fast for some of you, okay, in this season. And God is saying that He's interrupting your timeline. He does not care He know what you may have had in mind, but He does not care what you don't see that's not ready and complete in you, because God has said He is the power that's backing you. He is the favor that's upon you. That's going to lead you in that room. That's going to lead you into that. That's going to lead you in that marriage. It's going to lead you as that parent. God knows that you may not feel like you are ready, but God said it is time for you to get moving. You may feel like you're not ready, but God said it is time for you to get moving. He is interrupting your timeline because God said it is time for you to arrive. You guys be blessed.